I want you to imagine that you have 5 years left to live, right? 5 summers, 5 autumns, 5 winters, and 5 springs. It's not a lot of time. But what I then want you to ask yourself is, would you spend this time doing what you're currently doing? Would you spend this time watching this video? Would you spend it, continuously watching YouTube videos, scrolling on shorts, watching Netflix, having sex with random girls? Or would you spend it doing something that actually is fulfilling your purpose, making you feel good and proud of yourself? What I find is as humans, we think we have this ability to live forever. We think that we're invincible, that we're never going to die. But that's obviously not the case. Everyone's going to have their day. Everyone's going to die someday. So if you start treating it like you're going to die in 5 years, you'll approach life very differently. You'll start actually doing things that you enjoy. You'll start actually doing things that are true to you, that actually fulfill your purpose. You'll stop wasting as much time. You'll start acting off of intent, off of purpose, rather than thinking like, oh, is this gonna feel good in the moment, taking drugs and stuff. That may not be what you do, but the fact that you're watching this video right now tells me that you are giving into your short-term desires, your short-term pleasures, right? And I know we're all victim to it sometimes, everyone at some point or another is going to watch a YouTube video or watch a series on Netflix. But I just want you to take a step back and observe where you're at in life. Have you achieved what you want? Because chances are you haven't achieved what you want, all right? That's what most of us can say. I haven't achieved what I want personally. But I'm out here in public, fulfilling my purpose, doing what I love, helping people. I want to help people, as many people as possible, to fulfill their purpose, to become the best version they possibly can of themselves, improve their self in every aspect. And I feel I'm doing that with these videos, with content. So I want you to treat every single day like it is your last. And I want you to have the mindset that you only have 5 years left to live. This is a concept which I only sort of just recently saw by Jack Piggott. He's talking about, treat every day like it's your last, and treat it like you're only gonna live for another 5 years, because in doing that, you're gonna approach life way differently, because you don't have anywhere near as much time as you think. If you think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna live to 100, I'm gonna live to like 80, 70 years old, if that's the case, you've got a fuck ton of time. But if you've only got 5 years left, what are you gonna do with that time? Are you gonna spend it watching me just yap and yap, or are you gonna go out and do something, make something of yourself? Something I've been doing as of recent is right before I hop into bed, I kneel down and I say my prayer to God. But after that, I look myself in the mirror and I say to myself, are you proud of yourself today? Did I do what I said I was going to do? Some days, there have been some days there where I haven't done what I said I was going to do. And I didn't make myself as proud as I could have. And that disappoints me. So in asking myself this question, I become more conscious of whether or not I have done what I need to that day. All right, so the past few days, probably like the past week, every night I've gone to bed and I've said to myself, are you proud of yourself? The answer has been yes. The reason is because I've done the hard shit. I've done the things that I don't necessarily want to do, but I know are good for me. The things that progress me towards my future, the goals that I have, my aspirations, right? So whilst I didn't necessarily want to do the work, I didn't want to do the ice plunge, the cold plunge, I didn't want to do the 2 hours of work in the morning, I didn't want to go on the walk every single day, I still did it, all right? It's like 4 degrees out here right now, and I'm on the walk. It's not necessarily something I always want to do, but approaching it with the mindset of, am I going to go to bed feeling proud today, or am I going to go to bed disappointed knowing that I could have done it, but I didn't? Approaching it with that mindset just makes you feel so much better about yourself, and it makes sure that you get what you need to get done within the day. You're not wasting time. You're not doing stupid shit that's going to make you feel disappointed in yourself. And I know it seems like sometimes, you have these good days where it's like, oh yeah, I didn't waste too much time today. But the fact is, you did waste some, okay? We're all a victim of it. We all do it, okay? Whether you know you're doing it or not, we all do it, right? So even just that little bit of time, think about what that could have been spent doing, like what you could have put that towards. Like, say you waste an hour, you spend an hour playing video games. Imagine if you put that hour towards editing a short that could have potentially gone viral. Like, every piece of content you make, there's always a chance that that could be the one. That could be the one to change everything. And that's the mindset you need to have with anything you do, you know? You could be one conversation away from forming a network that literally generates you millions of dollars in sales. I'm not saying that's always going to be the case, but if you just slightly shift your mindset with all of these things, right? You're going to be so much more happy within yourself. So what I said about like not wanting to go for the walk every day, or you know, not wanting to do the ice bath, I can say, you know, I hate doing that, it feels like shit, I don't like doing it. Or I can approach it with the mindset that I get to have the ice bath. I get to be out here on this beautiful day, walking in the nice warm sun. If I approach it like that, and I think of it in a more respectful manner, in a more gratuitous manner, if you will, then I'm going to feel so much more happy because I get to, not I have to. It's not an obligation. I don't have to do anything, all right? I could be sitting at home. I could still be in bed sleeping, right? There's no obligations. I don't have to do anything. I get to do this. I get to do the ice bath. I get to be out here recording and walking and talking in the sun, you know, enjoying myself, helping people. I get to. So next time you have a negative thought, I want you to kill that thought with a positive one. If you're like, oh man, I have to go to my older sister's birthday and I'm gonna have to cheat on my meal. No, you get to go there. You get to go to your older sister's birthday. Because what if you didn't have a sister? What if she was fucking dead, right? And I know some people will say this is a fucked up way of looking at it, you know, it's a retarded way, whatever. But I'll tell you what, those people are not happy within themselves, okay? So the more you can sort of change your mindset on all of these different things, the more you are going to win. And on the topic of winning, I also want to talk about, you know, minor defeats and minor wins and how they can set you up for the day, set you up for your life. So what I would say a minor defeat is when you say you're going to do something at a certain time or whatever, and then you don't do it, that's a minor defeat. It seems like nothing in the moment, like maybe you say you're going to eat however many calories in a day and you slightly go over or under, whatever your goal is, right? That's a minor defeat. Maybe you say you're going to do the ice bath at 4 a.m. and then you do it at 6 a.m. That's a minor defeat. So I've experienced things like this before, many times. But what happens with these minor defeats is slowly but surely, you build them up and your whole life just becomes defeating. Everything about your day is defeating, right? And so you just feel like shit all the time. You always feel defeated because you haven't done the things which you said you were going to do, which, you know, if you did do them, they would bring you pride. So when I do the things early morning, you know, ice bath at 4 a.m, I hop on the acupuncture mat, the Shakti mat, and it's got spikes all in my back. They don't feel good at the time. They are painful. But that's me overcoming something. I'm getting over, you know, a certain degree of pain. Makes me feel good, and then like sets me up for the day. If you're sort of like, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it, I'll just do it tomorrow because this and this happened, it's not gonna work out for you, bro, because I've approached it with that sort of attitude before. But if you approach it with like, no, fuck no, today is the last day, I have to do it today or it's never gonna happen, you are going to win. You just have to approach it like that. Otherwise, you're never going to do it. I did this for so fucking long, bro. Like literally every day I'd say I was gonna do some shit and then I wouldn't do it. And I lost respect for myself. So much respect. So much time was wasted saying I was gonna do shit and then never doing it because I was a bitch. And that's the case with a lot of you. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, doesn't matter what the reason is, you're a fucking pussy, all right? So I want you to go and apply everything that I've said. I hope everyone has a blessed day. I'll see you in the next one. Stay grinding, bro.